Hi guys, it's Sheila Shimmers and welcome back to my channel. Today we're in a different kind of setting because I was about to start filming and then the power went out, so we're kind of improvising at the moment. I am sitting here in front of my window, that's why it kind of looks a little bit dark. So I'm just using natural lighting today, that's why the video is going to look a little bit different. I hope you really don't mind. I'm so sorry. Today we're going to be reviewing this foundation. This one is a Nars Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. I've heard really good things about it. I have also tried one of the Nars foundation for the first time about 2 weeks ago, and that was kind of a fail. So I'm super excited for this one. So as always, please don't forget to subscribe below and like this video, and let's just go ahead and get started. Like I said, this one is a Natural Radiant Longwear foundation by the brand Nars. Power came back. I don't know if to trust it or not, but power is back. So since I'm just sitting here, I'm just going to finish off this part and then I'm just going to move to my regular setup because what's the point? I got this at Sephora. It comes in 34 shades and it retails for $49. You do get 1 fluid ounce. I think that's really expensive. $49. Better be good. And I chose the shade Stromboli. So I'm just going to read what it says on the website. It says buildable full coverage foundation with up to 16 hours of lightweight, natural, fade resistant wear. So that's something really good. I definitely want to try that out. Full coverage, natural finish. It says it's good for normal, dry combination, and only an oily skin, so basically for anybody. I have dry skin, by the way. It helps support skin's elastic fibers to smooth the look of skin's texture over time for optimal radiance. Now we definitely have to try this out and see if all these allegations are true. I'm just gonna open this up for you guys. The packaging on the box is that very soft packaging from Nars. I feel like they always have a really cool pack. And I really love that they have kept all the packaging always like with the clear crystal and the black. I feel like those are the type of products that call my attention. So as you can see, it is a glass bottle. It feels very heavy, it feels very sturdy, very expensive. You can kind of hear that it's glass. It does have a plastic cap, but it's kind of like a softer plastic, and the best part about it is that it does have a pump. As I said, it brings 1 fluid ounce. I chose the shade Stromboli. It just tells you to shake well on the back, and that's it. So I'm just going to show you a little close-up of how it looks like. So I'm excited. This actually feels like very heavy, which is kind of funny, but I think it's just the packaging. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my eye makeup, kind of move to my usual setting, and then I'll be back to try this out. Alright, so I finished up my eyes. I used the Carnival palette by Stacey Marie MUA, and this is from Be Perfect Cosmetics. And then I used the little glitter from MAC. This one I think is called Raining Riches, and it's from their Christmas collection, I think a year ago, 2 years ago, I don't really remember. But now I'm going to start using the Nars foundation. As always, I'm going to do half of my face with a brush and half of my face with a sponge. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I am going to be spraying my face with Mario Badescu's spray just because I feel like it hydrates my skin really well. If not, I'm just going to be a dry mess. I'm gonna let that sink in for a moment. I'm gonna start with the brush side. I'm gonna be using this one from IT Cosmetics. This one is the number 110, and it looks like this. It's just a flat kabuki. I really love this brush. If you're on a hunt for a good brush, I highly recommend the kabukis from IT Cosmetics and also the ones from Spectre Collection. So I took 1 pump, and I'm just gonna be applying it on the left side of my face. Right off the bat, I think the match is really good, but I do have to say, I still don't feel like I applied any product on my skin. It feels very lightweight, which was one of the claims that they said that this foundation was, so that's pretty good. So there I used 1 whole pump. I didn't even go up to my forehead, so I feel like I always use a lot more product when I go with a brush. That's why I always prefer the beauty blender, but I think that looks really good. I think it gave me a medium coverage. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so just so you can see the difference. I'm gonna show you my face without makeup and then the side with makeup. I think that looks really good. I think my favorite thing about it is the finish. It's not like super matte, even though it looks matte, but I feel like it's not like super drying. It doesn't feel heavy, and it's kind of like still leaving my skin with a little glowiness to it. My problem areas are usually right here, and I'm not seeing any like big pores or anything like that. So zooming back out, and I'm applying a whole another pump on this, and then I'm just gonna start putting some on my forehead and kind of my nose. That was like more like a half pump, I would say, so. definitely want to see if I can build this up, but I want to do it once I have my full face complete. So there you can see. Let's go ahead and use the sponge. I'm going to be using this one. I forget what brand it is. I think I got it at TJ Maxx. So I'm going in with a full pump, and I'm going to be kind of spreading this all over my cheeks. So right there, you can see way more coverage. I think the finish of this foundation kind of reminds me of the MAC Studio Fix, which is like my favorite foundation for like every day, because I can't even feel like I have anything on my skin at all. So that was one pump. I still need foundation on this side, so I'm just applying a little bit more right here. Oops. That blended super nicely. Again, both sides are giving me kind of like a medium coverage. I don't think this is full as of yet, but I only have a pump and a half on each side. So I'm gonna do one more pump on each side, and I feel like the problem is this little pump. I feel like it's not pumping out a full pump. That is definitely the issue, because I just applied 2 pumps of this, and I think it equals to like 1 pump of like a normal foundation. So I went ahead with, I guess, 2 pumps. And I'm just gonna be building this up. This still feels super light on the skin. Really like how this feels. So again, I'm going in with 1 pump on the other side. I don't know, I am usually like always pro beauty blender, but this side with the brush is looking very airbrushed. I'm really liking that. I'm bringing it up to my forehead. I usually don't like packing my forehead with tons of foundation. I don't feel like I need it, but we are trying this out after all. So I honestly don't even know why I had taken so long to try this, because I've heard tons of people saying that they love this foundation. It just, for some reason, I don't know. Maybe it was the price that like kept me away from it, but I just couldn't bring myself to like purchase it. All right, so there I have 2 full pumps. I feel like I'm looking very full coverage. The foundation's looking really nicely. It kind of gave me this like really smooth finish, and I feel like it's kind of like lying to people because I have really bad texture, and I can't really see it right now. I am gonna zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm talking about. So there you can see like this is where my texture would be usually, and here, and especially right here on my forehead, I have really little pimples. I can't see them at all. You can kind of see my blemishes right here a little bit because I have kind of like little acne scars on my skin. You can't really help that. And I am seeing that it's drying up right here on my problem areas, which is like my driest side, but I don't really mind that. That's not something that bothers me. That's something that I can't help really. We are back to normal. I'm going to be applying some concealer. I think I'm going to be applying the Fenty one. This one is in the shade 235. I kind of bought this one and didn't notice that this is very close to my skin tone. I don't know what I was thinking, but now I guess I have to use it up. All right, so I think that's all I'm going to do. And as you can see, it's like basically the same color, but I blended this out with a sponge on both sides. Blending really nicely on top of my skin. I actually don't remember the last time I had this much makeup on my face, because I feel like this is very full coverage for me at the moment. Just like, I want to look very natural lately. I don't know what's going on. That's just a finish that I've been loving, and this is just really full coverage. I'm not hating it. I'm kind of loving it actually, because even though it's so full, it still feels really wearable. I still feel really comfortable. I don't feel like super sticky or anything, even though it hasn't. I feel like the foundation kind of set. So I'm going to be using the Chanel powder to set this. And like I said, I'm gonna just be going over where I put the concealer. And I'm going very lightly, because I don't want to bake. I just want to set it. I'm gonna really quickly do the rest of my makeup. I'm not gonna like stop step by step, but I definitely want you to see how products apply over top of this. I'm really curious to see how the bronzer would look, how everything merges together. So I'm just gonna fast forward this for you guys. So this is how the whole look it's looking. I'm kind of bummed today that I'm not going anywhere because I'm just gonna be home doing a bunch of things because I really love this look. Really, really love it. If you want to know what products I use, I did use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. I'm going to be uploading a video after this one about this bronzer because I just purchased it. So for blush, I use the Essence Satin Touch Blush in Satin Coral. And then the lashes I have on, which I really like, the Tarte ones, Center of Attention, that's the kind. What else did I use? I used the highlighter on this palette, the Center one, which is a darker one. And then I think that is everything. Oh, my lipstick. The lipstick I use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Dazed. This is so, so pretty. Anyway, so going back to the foundation, now that everything is on, I feel like I am hooked on this foundation. I applied the foundation at 5 p.m. I kind of took my time just reviewing everything, especially because I was trying to film about this bronzer. I'm going to be leaving this on for a little bit longer, and I'm going to do check-ins throughout the day so you guys can see how it's looking. But so far, I have no oiliness, no texture. Everything is looking super smooth. I'm going to do another close-up so you can see that this is real, guys. There's no filter in this camera, and I feel like this is looking so, so good. Let me know below if you're using this foundation, if you love it, and what shade you are. So far, no complaints. I still feel like it's a little bit pricey, but after seeing how it applies, I feel like it's one of those foundations that if you're looking for like your go-to high-end foundation where like you're gonna splurge and just use it for like special occasions. I really love how this is looking. I felt like I could have left it on a medium. I didn't have to go this full, but I'm really glad that you can and that everything looks so perfect on top of it. I feel like right now, I feel like my liking in makeup is changing a little bit. I am kind of like gearing towards like the glow and like the natural and just like want to like let my skin breathe, and that's just a phase that I'm going through, but that's how I feel right now. So yeah, no complaints so far. So I'm gonna do one more checking or maybe two depending on how this is looking. If nothing changes, then I guess we're just gonna end the video, but I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back for a quick update. The foundation kind of oxidized. Even though it says that it would not oxidize, it definitely did on me. It's looking a lot more olive undertone. And when I put it on, it was like very warm and kind of like neutral. It did have a tint of orange, but it wasn't olive at all. And now I feel like it's looking very, very olive. I do like this. You can see the comparison of the colors, how right here there's like a line where it ends, and I just feel like this is not my right shade. For that reason, I'm gonna go and exchange it now. I think I'm gonna go 2 shades lighter. I think I'm gonna do the Santa Fe shade because that one says it's a neutral undertone. When I looked this up on the website, it said it was olive undertone, and that was my fault because I let someone at Sephora actually do the match for me, and I feel like you always go wrong when you do that. So I just took Stromboli and kind of ran with it, so I didn't know it was olive undertone. As far as how it looks, I am seeing a lot of dryness. I'm gonna zoom in for a second, and that's because I have dry skin, so just so you know, it's gonna emphasize it just a tiny bit. I feel like by hydrating very well before I put this on, I could totally get away with using it. Not anything like out of this world, like it looks so bad. Here, it hasn't really changed much. It just kind of like dried, and it's looking a little bit, it's cracking a little bit right there. There are 2 claims that I'm not able to try out today. One is the 16-hour wear, which I don't think you want to wear a foundation for 16 hours anyway. And the second one is that it's sweat proof. So I feel like in a very hot day in the summer, maybe I would be able to try that out. But right now during the winter, it's very cold here, so there's nothing I can do about that. As far as finish, I really liked it. I don't think I would go as heavy as I did today, and that's just like my personal liking. I just feel like I could go a little bit more lighter with it. I like that it doesn't look cakey. I like that I don't feel like I have a heavy foundation on me. So I really like this foundation. For that reason, I'm gonna go and exchange it right now before the mold closes, and hopefully that would be a better match for me. But so far, I don't know if you can tell right there. I mean, on camera, this is very deceiving because sometimes your body looks darker, but you're not taking into account that I have two huge, like, very bright lights on my face right now. If I turn these off, my face would look way darker than the rest of my body. I'm gonna do one more update, and hopefully you guys will get a better idea of this foundation and how it wears. So real quick, I wanted to mention before I forget it, something I didn't like, one of the cons of this foundation, is that the pump doesn't really like squirt evenly. Sometimes you're gonna get a full pump, sometimes you're gonna get half a pump, sometimes you're not even gonna get anything. So like as you're pressing, you really have to decide how much product you want to use, because it's not gonna give you a full pump every time. So that's a downfall. That's kind of one of my pet peeves. Maybe you don't care about that. I just wanted to throw that out there and just let you know that might happen. I'm gonna end the video right here because I am ready to take these lashes off. They're literally poking my eyes, and I'm done. So I spent the whole day just running around. I didn't really do anything outside, but I was doing a lot of stuff in here. I also ate. As you can see, my lipstick was rubbing off. So for that reason, I feel like I have a pretty good idea if I like this foundation or not. I definitely want to try it out on like a hotter day to see like if that's what proof kind of claim that they say is true. So I just went to Sephora, exchange it for the lighter shade. The one I had was Stromboli Medium 3, which is olive. The one before that, 2.5, is peach undertone, which I'm not. And then the one before that one is 2, Santa Fe, which is neutral. So I kind of swatched it. I realized I just swatched it in like the worst possible area, but this one is the one I have on my face right here. You can see it's very orangey. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. So this one is Stromboli number 3, Santa Fe, which is supposed to be my shade. So you can see that it's very light. You can barely see it. I'm kind of scared for my face because I feel like I'm gonna need something a little bit darker than that. 2.5, which I can't really pronounce the name of that one. These three are from the Nars. This one is a 2.5, the 2 and the 3 of Nars, and the last one is my shade on Fenty. This one is a 240. So I don't know. What I do know is that I asked the girl at the store, and she was like, yeah, that's definitely really dark on you, because I wanted a second opinion. But I don't know, in person, like in my mirror in front of the lights, it doesn't look that bad. See, I'll give you guys an update to see if the foundation shade fit me. I have to say, I'm pretty surprised with this foundation because I didn't set it. I only set my concealer and kind of right here. So everything is looking super, super good. The natural finish is really there. I feel like my face looks very vibrant. Even after 5 hours, it looks like I just applied this foundation on my face. And you can see that I still have almost no texture to my skin. There's a little bit of dryness going on right here, a little bit of dryness here that hasn't changed, but I mean everything else is looking really good. I feel like my under eye circles are kind of popping through, but that's kind of like the concealer's fault, and that usually always happens to me for some reason. I feel like I have no complaints about this foundation. I feel like this looks very effortless on me, and I really, really like that. I feel like this foundation should be like on the $39 range, not $49, because I feel like $49 over, it's like YSL, Lancome, Giorgio Armani, so like Dior. But I just feel like to like put yourself in that price range, I don't know. I've tried Nars products before, and this one is the first one that I feel like it's worth it. I just feel like their blushes are okay. A lot of people like them, but they're just okay to me. They're just blushes. I've tried the other foundations, and none of them have really like done anything for me. The Sheer Glow, I hated it. The All Day was also like meh. But I feel like this one is definitely worth it. If you're looking for a natural foundation to use that you know that it's not gonna like break down on you or crack or look really, really dry, then you should definitely try this. I'm curious to know how it works on oily skin. If you have oily skin and you have tried this, please let me know down below, because I really want to like be able to just know these things, especially when people ask me. I only have answers for people with dry skin, obviously, because that's what I use, so that's what I have experience on. Medium to full buildable coverage, natural finish, transfer resistant, sweat resistant, fade resistant, non-drying, paraben free, alcohol free, oil free, fragrance free, dermatology tested, and non-comedogenic. So as far as medium to full, I totally agree with that. I feel like it already went over that. Natural finish, it is there. I feel like there's no question. You can't even fight it. I feel like this foundation still looks really good after 5 hours. I have tried foundations before, and after 4 or 5 hours, I feel like I can already make a decision on to whether I like it or if it's working for me or not. So I really like that it's oil-free, alcohol-free, and fragrance-free. That's definitely gonna help with my dry and sensitive skin. I feel like this is not gonna break me out. We'll see tomorrow, because usually it's a very like instant thing with my skin. Even when I apply a foundation for the first time and I kind of touch my face, I can feel kind of like pimples coming, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but like it's true. It's very, very instant, and my skin can already like let me know right away, like, I do not like this. If you're willing to pay $49 for this, I would really, really recommend it. You can always go to Sephora and get some samples and see if you like it, but I ended up really, really liking this. I'm kind of surprised. Thank you so much for watching this video. I feel like it went so long. Sorry for like dragging it along, but yeah, thank you so much. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and it was helpful to you. As always, don't forget to subscribe below and like this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.